Today we're going to talk about how to create a drawing in AutoCAD and how to use some of the tools. So after you have opened up AutoCAD, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a new document. So you'll come over here to New, and then you'll notice that it gives you a whole bunch of different templates here. What you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to use the first one that's there. And then click Open. And so what you will see is something similar to this. Yours might look a little bit different, but it will look something similar to this. So I want to just show you around a little bit. You have all of your tools here, and each tool is separated by its use. We're primarily going to be using the drawing tools, the modify tools, and then eventually the dimension tools. We'll use some other ones here and there, and inside each of those tools are different other embedded tools. So let's start with the very simple line tool. So you grab your line tool there, you start a line, and you draw it out. Now you're going to notice that there's a white box there, and that white box has a number that changes depending on how long you make the tool. You'll also notice that as you change the arc, you'll get another box. It's a gray box, and that shows you at what angle your line is at from the horizontal. So this is good because what you can do is you can set your lines to a precise number. So let's say we want this to be 6. You have a line that's exactly 6. Let's talk about circles now. Circles, you start with the center and it gives you a radius dimension. So this is where having your math skills and memory comes in handy, because you know the difference between radius and diameter. If this was the diameter, that line would be going from edge to edge instead of from circle to edge. So the radius is from the circle, the center of the circle, to the circle edge. So if you ever have the mark for diameter, but you only have the radius here, then you know how to get that. You just divide by 2. Similarly, if you only have the radius, but this is a diameter tool, then you just double it. And again, you can just type in what you need. Now, let's say that you wanted to do the diameter. What you could do is you could click this, and you'll notice that it gives you different kinds of circles. And we'll be using some of these different circles as we go. But the first one is the circle center radius. The second one is the circle center diameter. You'll notice that the icon here changes, and now the line is blue all the way across instead of just on one side. And you'll notice that if you do this, that you have to double it there. If you want to save this, what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Save As, and you are going to want to give it a name. I would recommend your last name. And you're going to want to determine where you are saving this. You're going to want to save this someplace where you can find it. I recommend the desktop. That's easy to find. Keep in mind that you have to save it to this computer, and you can only use it on this computer. It's not in the cloud where you can just go to any computer. So from now on, you have to use the computer that you start working on and that you start saving. If you want to export this as a PDF, which we will be doing eventually, what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Export PDF, and what it's going to do is it's going to give you some options. So when you see these options, a couple of things you're going to want to make sure that you have is you have fit to paper, and that you have the scale is inches, and that you just save to PDF. And again, find your desktop. That's what I'm going to recommend. And then if you go to your desktop, you'll notice that you have a PDF called Braxic Model, which is the one that I had. And then you'll have your Braxic BWG, your drawing.